Michael B. Jordan, let's pull this up here, is presenting an award. I don't know who the guy beside him is.
This is the TMZ link, right? Okay, thank God.
It says right there, it says Delroy
Lindo.
He's his co-star from Sinners.
Okay. Well, we have the audio button, so...
This is the correct link.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
So they're presenting, and this happens, which it's bleeped, but basically somebody in the audience screams out the N-word with a hard ER twice.
I think it actually happened a third time, I read, but that might not have made it to the broadcast.
So here it is.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making. We're here to celebrate.
On his face. So
I mean, what do you do? I mean, what an insanely just uncomfortable, strange experience to get heckled with the N-word at the BAFTA Awards of all places. Bruh, I swear to God, you
just zoom out, and then just hit play.
Why is everything so low res? Like, what year is this, bruh?
I don't know.
Come on, I know there's high res photos. Our thumbnail is high res photo.
Right.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
So he screams the N-word, very loud and audible. What's interesting is in the original BBC broadcast, not censored.
Not beeped.
Nor was it live. Was not live?
Not a live show.
They made the conscious effort in editing to leave in the man screaming the N-word, which is fascinating, as we'll get into. This poor guy. He's like, the fuck do I do now?
What?
Oh, God. Poor guy.
He's the guy from that viral interview where a white guy was like, oh, how come white people can't say the N-word? And he's like, well, then say it. Then say it.
No way he's been put
Oh, no. So he...
Oh, God. That makes it so much worse.
So, oh, shit. My watch just lightly touched the plastic armrest.
You got table mark.
Is that a problem?
It might leave a mark. I don't think so, though.
What did it hit on?
What
It hurt the plastic.
You can't even touch anything.
What part of the watch?
The bezel. Oh, it's gone. We're good.
Whew, thank God.
My goodness.
We're good.
Whew.
We're good. So it turns out, though, the person screaming the N-word at them was a Tourette's activist, John Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Davidson is doing some kind of Tourette syndrome campaign, and he's the real-life inspiration for a British film called I Swear, which is a series about involuntary outburst. I guess this guy...
What's about him?
You know what it's about?
It's about him.
It's about the guy from... No, it's not. It's about our friend from
the call?
Nexium.
Yeah.
He used to do that on the bus.
Guy.
He would call people the N-word.
Yeah.
My boy from Nexium.
Have a good night.
It is not about him. It is not about him, though there are some parallels between these stories, I suppose.
I'm finding out that interview was from Atlanta, people are saying, or it was a skit. Oh, I never knew that.
It was a skit?
The one of him
actor.
saying, go and then say it. Yeah.
So, it's all very interesting. Here is the gentleman who hosted the ceremonies apologizing.
For their understanding.
Wait, to be clear, though,
You may have heard some
he wasn't saying, he didn't yell out the N-word as a form of promo.
No.
I just felt like I felt like maybe it could be misinterpreted like that Ethan was saying.
I didn't get that, but just to be clear, to anybody who was confused, he did not intentionally scream.
I don't think he did, but I do have suspicions that the BBC did all this on purpose.
I completely agree with you on that.
In fact, I'm almost certain
he
they
did not
did.
mean to say it. It was
Yeah, I'm almost. But I think what happened is the BBC knew he would do it, seeing as he has this condition.
And I don't think we mentioned this, but apparently at the beginning of the ceremony, they warned the audience that this was a possibility.
So they knew. They set him
not
up.
specifically the N-word, but just that he had Tourette's and that he can't help it, and you might hear some foul language, and we're sorry if you're offended by that. But like they were trying to be accommodating to him. They were being accommodating to him. That also explains why the two gentlemen, barely reacted as you would expect them to, because they were aware that this guy with Tourette's was out
guys,
in the
heads
audience.
up, there may be someone in the audience that will scream the N-word at you full blast with
again,
a
I
hard
don't
ER.
think they specified that.
Heads up.
They just said that he yells offensive things, and so that might happen.
It's still, even knowing that, it's a lot to process.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Frank, they handled it with a lot of class.
Keep it moving.
All
The
things
show must
considered.
go on, baby.
Exactly, right.
But again, it's not
They
live.
only paused for like a beat, and we're just like, okay, that just happened.
So anyway, here is I keep thinking this is the Pee Wee Herman guy, but he's not. He's
That is Alan.
Queer Eye guy.
He's dead.
This is the Spy Kids guy. Alan.
He's not Queer Eye guy.
Yes, Spy Kids fame of Josie and the Pussycats fame.
Wait,
I think he's more famous for Cabaret, right?
Shut up,
Peter
Nate.
Play.
I think Spy Kids.
Whoa.
He's famous for Josie and the Pussycats.
No, Romy and Michelle's high
Is he
school
not
reunion.
the Queer Eye guy?
No.
No.
Oh.
He's also Nightcrawler in X-Men.
Yeah.
This
He's the guy
dork
from
played
Josie and the
Nightcrawler? All
Yeah.
right, let me watch the freaking thing.
Strong and offensive language tonight. Tourette syndrome is a disability, and the tics you've heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette syndrome has no control over their language. We apologize if you were offended.
All right, so now I mean, I'll keep reading the factoids and I'll weigh in here. There's been a lot of reactions. I mean, listen, it's a very strange syndrome, and also there's a very wide spectrum. For example, people who are like in the most severe end of the spectrum, who are screaming out like slurs and stuff. I feel like I have almost like a whole different thing than they do, right? Because that's just so much more intense and like life altering and difficult than what I experience. So I'm not really even sure how to describe their experience. But let's see. Multiple attempts to clarify that the words they were not heard by everyone in the auditorium. Oh, I heard them. That guy made himself heard. Were made by staff working in a broadcast truck outside. It was only after the broadcast on BBC One and following press reports that the severity of the language became known to the bosses. Oh, please.
Don't buy that at all.
Bro,
Just don't.
we all heard that, dude. Everybody knows what he said.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, you'll find out the BBC is not cowardly throughout this and totally responsible. Like, what they did is fucked up.
Yeah.
And again, not live. You could have cut it.
And as we'll see, they did cut some things, which just further proves that option was on the table because they made a conscious effort in other areas to cut something. So by that logic, obviously they looked at this and were like, let's just let it fly.
Because I think, well, so anyway, Ed Palmer, who's vice chairman of Tourette's Action, suggested that BBC should have bleeped out the slur. This is really one of the most acute examples of where something that a disability can cause quite understandably huge amounts of offense to someone. So yeah, the Tourette's people, I guess we have an organization. I don't know if you knew that. They're like, why didn't you bleep it? They're like, you could have at least bleeped it.
Right, yeah.
Well, there's some people in the comments I see right now that are saying like, oh, well, they don't want to like discriminate, so that's why they didn't bleep it. But the thing is, you know that
Insane.
gentleman, that guy would have wanted it bleeped.
No, listen, guys.
He left afterwards.
Do not woke yourself into like being.
There is.
Don't be an idiot, okay?
There is that mental picture.
Don't be an idiot.
Like, he's not out here like I have a right to say this.
It's not. We don't leave it. Leaving in the tick of him screaming at N-word is not fucking being ableist. You
Not helping
moron.
any
Like,
community.
I'm sorry. Please. I feel like it's patronizing to be like.
If that's really what happened, which I don't necessarily think so.
It's when I tick, I say I edit that shit out, and I'm not even saying the N-word.
Right.
I'm just, I'm just looking a little strange. I want to say spaz, but apparently I'm not to say that. Although I feel like that's my word. Because I feel like I do spaz.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're right. That's
Don't you know who
thing.
they,
I don't
right?
know.
Can I say spaz tomorrow?
Oh God. Sorry. I mean, I think, because
I am a
you
spaz.
are a bit of a spaz.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's a really inappropriate. Maybe I don't know the context or the history of that word.
What's the
cerebral palsy?
Oh, girl. So maybe not.
Oh,
cerebral.
Okay.
So it's
We'll find something else special
spastic,
for you
a
and me
term-
that we can use.
A medical
but not
term
that.
for disabled people. Well, it says like cerebral palsy. It says like cerebral palsy. Spastic. It's the same thing. I'm spastic. What does spastic mean? Hold on.
In my understanding,
I think I'm spastic.
I think you have spasms. That's a.
Well, I don't know. Spasm is a movement disorder characterized by involuntary muscle stiffness. I mean, I feel like I spaz.
Yeah.
I'm a spaz. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm taking that word back. Fuck you. That's my N word.
Okay.
It's an S word.
No, I'm just, yeah. I took a big shot on that joke. Did it pay off? It didn't feel that
not really,
monumental.
no.
Okay. We do a little comedy. Well, this is interesting. Somebody screamed out "Free Palestine" by outstanding British debut winner.
Not just shout out because that
A comment
somebody in the audience.
oh, it was an acceptance speech.
Yeah.
So someone accepting an award.
Yeah, this was not.
So that's
heckler.
even worse.
It's way worse.
Akinola Davies Jr. commented "Free Palestine" in their acceptance speech.
What?
As was a joke by Cumming that appeared to reference Donald Trump. I don't know what they're talking about. And the word "piss." Someone said "piss," they bleeped that, and so they edited that all out.
That is
Piss.
insane.
Piss is more offensive than the N word.
When their claim is that they didn't know, they didn't realize that was the word that was being said.
BBC, the International Investigative Journalist Organization, hard-hitting, on-the-ground journalism.
Well, the BBC is just the network. It's not their news arm that had
Listen.
anything. They were just broadcasting the event. So,
Listen, there's no
but yeah, I mean,
shot.
it's still on them.
You think in production people would be like, "Oh, we don't know what he said. Let's just move on."
Yeah, there's
one
no
person's like
shot.
that. They said the N word, and then everybody's talking like that dude screamed the N word.
So
everybody knows.
So if I agree that is the most likely scenario. So that there's two options. There's what Tamara was implying, which is that it was like they were having the woke Olympics, and they're like, do we do the ableism or do we do the racism?
They should have asked someone with
I don't really
Tourette's.
think that's what it. Or they did it intentionally to get a viral clip.
First of all, you should have asked him or someone with Tourette's. I'm sure that 99% of the time they would say, "Cut it." Yeah.
Well, he
obviously.
left afterwards,
he
so
left.
he was clearly.
He was mortified.
He was
Yeah,
embarrassed and left.
Yeah.
And so here's what I think. I think the BBC put him in the audience, knowing there was a high likelihood that something like that would happen, and then giving the opportunity to cut it, they decided to leave it in, knowing that it was embarrassing the guy who said it and probably the presenters. I don't think they enjoyed. I don't think they enjoyed that experience.
Who wanted that left in that room? No one.
Yeah, I don't think
What party?
anybody. And so, I mean, they knew it was going to cause an uproar. This to me feels like some really scummy marketing move.
That they just wanted to go viral.
Yeah, because they set it up, and then they refused to prevent it in any way. I mean, when I learned it wasn't live, I was like, "Oh, dude, those scumbags." Right? I mean, being live is the only way to justify it. A BBC spokesperson said that the offensive language should not have been aired during its delayed broadcast. So how long do they have to edit it? It says it began at 7 p.m., 2 hours after.
hours.
So
It was
they had
a
a
2-hour
two-hour
thing.
delay?
Yeah.
I mean, you have delay for a reason. 2 hours?
Again,
It's there for that.
lots of other examples of things getting edited out. So
Pissed.
clearly,
And
had the
Free
capability.
Palestine was cut out.
And Avery just sent me something pretty interesting. Apparently, Leroy Lindo says him and Michael B. Jordan did, quote, what we had to do to continue presenting at the BAFTAs after John Davidson shouted the N-word with an involuntary tick. He said he, quote, wishes someone from BAFTA spoke to us afterwards. So nobody even
They
like...
didn't even explain it. So they're like, someone just screamed the N-word. We tried to like
two of our hosts and like honored guests at this event, and nobody that worked there in production was like, "I'm so sorry that happened."
That's crazy.
It was crazy as fuck.
That's crazy.
They fumbled this in a legendary way. Like on every level, they fumbled.
So true. Seinfeld music. Figures including actor Jamie Foxx and Wendell Pierce expressed their dismay, with Foxx calling it unacceptable and Pierce saying, "It's infuriating that the first reaction wasn't a complete and full-throttled apology to Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan." Yeah, well, I don't know if you know this, but apologizing is ableist.
Right.
Again, woking yourself into a grave.
Right.
Sinners production designer Hannah Beechler wrote on X that while the Davidson situation is almost impossible, it happened 3 times that night. And one of the 3 times was directed at myself on the way to dinner after the show. Were they all N-word incidents?
I think so. Yeah.
Why'd they say it's almost impossible? They said, while the Davidson situation is almost impossible, it happened 3 times that night. So what do you mean?
Oh, I saw her full statement. It didn't sound like she was mad at Davidson. She was just saying like it's impossibly, like it's an awkward situation. It's hard to navigate. She meant impossible in that sense. It's like.
Well, here's the statement. This makes more sense.
Yeah.
I keep trying to write about what happened at BAFTA, and I can't find the words. The situation is almost impossible. It happened 3 times that night, and one of the 3 times was directed at myself. It sounds like the N-word.
Right.
I directed at myself on the way to dinner after the show. So he wasn't there after the show? And a 3rd time at a black woman.
Herself, I assume.
I understand and deeply know why this is an impossible situation. I know we must handle this with grace and continue to push through. But what made the situation worse was the throwaway apology of "if you are offended." And I think that was at the end.
That was the host, the Alan Cummings guy. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the show, of course we were offended. But our frequency, our spiritual vibration is tuned to a higher level. Well, I don't think your vibration is going to be tuned to a high level to be offended by someone screaming the N-word at you. I mean, that's a big one. And I am not steel. This did not bounce off me, but I exist above it. Oh, carbon fiber? Perhaps?
Ooh.
It can't take away from who I am as an artist. So,
I think she's expressing the desire to want to be compassionate here, but she can't help but feel horribly offended, and I understand that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's so far that I've seen, at least involved in the event, is rightfully directing their anger towards the BBC.
Yeah.
So this is the guy, the Tourette's dude, who screamed the N-word. John Davidson said he was deeply mortified that anyone thought his involuntary tics were intentional or to carry any meaning. His full statement includes, "I want to thank BAFTA and everyone involved in the awards last night for their support and understanding and inviting me to attend the broadcast. I appreciate the announcement to the auditorium in advance of the recording and warning everyone that my tics are involuntary and are not a reflection of my personal beliefs. I was heartened by the round of applause that followed this announcement, and I felt welcomed and understood, an environment that would normally be impossible for me." In addition to the announcement by Alan Cumming, the BBC and BAFTA, I can only add that I am and have always been deeply mortified if anyone considers my involuntary tics to be intentional or to carry any meaning. I was in attendance to celebrate the film of my life. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he was there even because a film he made or was involved in.
Right.
He wasn't just there as like the N-word screaming guy. Right?
I hope not.
Which now might be...
That'd be weird. That would be extra weird of the BBC.
Which now might be his most famous role.
Oh, no.
Which more than any film or TV documentary explains the origin, condition, traits, and manifestation of Tourette's syndrome. I spent my life trying to support and empower the Tourette's community and to teach empathy, kindness, and understanding from others. Excuse me. I will continue to do so. I choose to leave the auditorium early into the ceremony as I was aware of the distress my tics were causing. So there you go. Now,
that's sad.
I want to look at some of the reactions because a lot of people who, I mean, understandably didn't understand why some random dude screamed out the N-word. And I'm sure there's lots of clippers who are just looking for viral stories. It'd be like, crazy guy screams N-word at Michael B. Jordan and et cetera.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I do think that there are lots of people that don't really know about or understand Tourette's.
Oh no, Jamie, I tell you, I don't like Jamie Foxx. I've never liked him. I think he's an arrogant fucking asshole.
Oh my God.
And I have always felt that way.
Whoa.
I have always felt like he is so arrogant.
As a day one Jamie hater?
Yeah, I am.
That's got to be one of your hottest takes. I feel like he's like a beloved and
I don't know why.
icon.
He is so arrogant and like he's not funny. He wants to be. He's like, I do everything. I'm the comedian. His comedy's not funny. He's a good actor. He's a good singer.
I think he's a good actor. He's a very good singer.
But I just find him as a person intolerable. And he always has the worst fits, like the most obnoxious, insane, over the top fits.
Icon? Is nobody else going to speak up here for Jamie Foxx? Am I alone?
Absolutely not.
No? People don't fuck with Jamie Foxx?
I like Jamie Foxx.
He tried to hit on my mom.
He tried to fuck AB's mom.
Oh, right. It's personal
I said
for
hit on,
AB.
but yes.
I forgot.
But this take is actually kind of insane. Out of all the words you could have said, Tourette's makes you say that. Nah, he meant that shit.
Bro.
Oh, come on.
Come on, bro. Just try.
That is disappointing.
Like
I could totally.
How could you say that's so fucked up to be like, he meant it. Let's get him. Like, you know, this isn't his fault.
Wait, what did he comment that under?
It was just one of these posts that was sharing the video.
I see.
Again, aim your
triple
anger at
commented, dude.
BBC.
He was
Like
like-
that
Yeah,
should have
totally.
been cut. Nobody should have seen that.
Maybe he really doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't understand Tourette's. Maybe this can be a
Then do
learning
some
moment
research.
for everyone.
Yes, he does, because his first comment was, "You're saying Tourette's made him say that?" Out of all the words, well, that's like the most offensive word. That's why.
Right.
That's the one. Nah, he meant that shit. Come on, shut up,
Damn.
dumbass, goofy hat. He's always in a goofy hat. He's like head of the Society of Goofy Hat Men.
Well, here is Django, so he can wear the cowboy hat.
Yeah, well, he's not Django all the time. He's cool in the movie with the hat.
Yeah.
Not out.
All right.
I saw a fit recently that I was like, the hell? I think. Oh, did you find the fit I was talking about? Wait, what is this?
These are comments.
Say what?
These are comments that.
Oh, I was curious about people's reaction.
First BAFTA
Yeah,
of the
the-
night
the
for a
reaction,
vital
I mean.
part of movie making.
Yeah. Don't. I'm just saying. Read the comments.
Oh, like the Instagram comment.
Yeah.
My favorite movie, Dad. Okay, hold on. Did he have any other outbursts throughout the rest of the site? Just curious. Yes, apparently.
Apparently he did, yeah. Unfortunately, another one of those was the N-word, and so that's probably not going to help things necessarily. But
Kiki says BAFTA should have issued an apology just because it happened at their event. I agree. The way they handled that. And obviously there's a way to apologize that's not like ableist.
right.
Right.
No,
Not like if you were offended.
they're
like
clearly the
deeply
villains
offensive
here.
language.
they are the ones who
We
fucked up.
should have cut it out.
Yeah.
1,000%. For everyone's sake. For the sake of the people that got called the N-word, for the sake of the guy who has Tourette's, for the audience, like no one benefited from leaving this in.
This comment is confusing as fuck. I wouldn't care if he had Alzheimer's. Why is that word in his vocabulary to begin with? What does that mean?
It means that they don't care what disease he has. That person's
no,
actually being
Alzheimer's wouldn't
ableist.
explain it. Tourette's is the only one that would explain it.
Right.
You know.
I mean, if they're deep into Alzheimer's,
Yeah, if you get angry, yeah, you can get kind of deep into it, I guess. Spoken like a true professional. I, on the other hand,
They're just
would momentarily have
complimenting their
Tourette's and
ability
shout
to,
right back at his ass. Yeah, I mean, that's funny.
I mean, that's funny at least.
But they cut out when they were yelling Free Palestine. Horrible look. Dylan was about to get active. So say it. That's the guy. He was the so say it guy. Yo, where's Will Smith when you need him? I mean, and a yo mama wouldn't have hurt nobody for real. The fact that nobody said anything speaks volumes. I think it was extraordinarily awkward.
Yeah.
For everybody.
And I think it obviously would have played out very differently if there hadn't been that pre-warning.
Yeah, they were doing math in their head. They're like, oh, it's the Tourette's guy. What do I do?
Right, yeah. Yeah, obviously that puts them in an extremely
they probably were
awkward and
operating-
uncomfortable position, though.
They're probably operating under the basis that it was going to be cut out.
That too.
You know what I mean?
I would assume that.
They should have retook
If it was live, I think they might have said something then and there. Maybe, I don't know. But
Right.
like, it's outrageous that it was left in.
The director should have been cut, retake.
Hold on. Turn off the audience mics, first of all.
We ain't doing that.
This is the correct comment. The crazy thing is it was not live. The BBC could have edited it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care how slow he is. I would have slowed down and
beat that ass.
Beat that ass.
This is
He's not
upsetting
slow.
though, because now the BBC should be getting hate, but this guy is getting hate.
No, this is going to backfire on him hugely.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying they did him dirty too. It's like there's no shot that he wanted.
And I mean, people with Tourette's in general, I think, are going to get a bad rep for this. So I think the BBC failed everybody involved, pretty much, catastrophic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was on purpose? No. I would press charges. I don't know. Can you do that? Press charges for offensive conduct. And I hate that they ignored it because he needs to learn about his actions. Honestly,
Oh my
I would
gosh.
have just walked off because that's
Dude.
just. I guess this person maybe.
Yeah, a lot of these
didn't
people don't
read at
know.
all.
You can
what's
tell
going
from
on.
the way they're talking about it, they really just do not understand what the condition is.
Yeah, that's what I was
Which,
trying to show
you
with
know.
this. A lot of people, they just don't know what was going on, like at all, or
Sad.
not familiar with the
Yeah, I mean we're
condition.
biased here because we're batting way above average for Tourette's having members of the crew.
Well,
This
hold on.
podcast with two.
The headline, the caption of this is actually not helping. Sinner star Delroy Lindo says he and Michael B. Jordan did what they had to do after a man shouted the N-word at them, but wishes someone from the ward spoke to them afterwards. That literally gives zero context.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why.
Important context.
Yeah.
So that's what people are doing. They're framing it like that because it's more sensational. This whole thing is fucked
I
up.
just don't
actually.
like. Does the BBC or the BAFTA, do they need clicks that bad?
BAFTA? I mean, shit.
Like-
if the Academy Awards struggling,
First
you know
I've heard
BAFTA
of
is
it.
in rough shape.
I mean that might be true. People
There's no
respect the BAFTAs.
There's no reason for this. Like how could you have so many failures
I don't know.
of checks? You know. I say Baffity's nuts.
Yo.
It's funny when I say it, Nate.
Nah, that wasn't very good.
I said it, and it's funny.
You didn't have a lot of confidence when you said it. You felt a little insecure about it.
No, I had that executive level confidence, brother.
No, you had that gold star confidence. You know?
Yeah.
Shit.
So, is there any other like justification? Like, who's getting fired at BBC?
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how many people do you think that went through to? How many people had to approve that?
Not enough. But yeah, I think some heads will probably roll. And I mean, so the BBC is a publicly funded broadcast network. It's different than.
Bro,
the
there's
United
no
States,
reason
so
for this.
They likely will have. Whoa.
What do you
It's Dubs
Curious
Ding-a-dong.
George's handler?
Oh, that's true.
The hell is this shit? Jamie
Does that guy
Foxx
have
in
a
his
name
new
or-
role as Curious George's handler.
It's the man with the
Is he
yellow
just the
hat.
man with the yellow hat? Is that really just his name?
No, I saw a fit from a recent award show. You guys got to find it. He looked absolutely insane. The man behind the swear, I have Tourette's. I yelled F the Queen when I met her. Whoa!
Hell yes.
That's kind of based, actually. Yo,
Are
this
you-
guy is these people who have Tourette's like this bad their lives are so fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Like
Incredibly-
it's so hard, bro.
This
must be
gif right here
so
seems
tough.
a little insensitive, no?
Yeah.
That gif?
It's kind of wild that they have.
Seems a little.
Well,
No, I,
was
don't think
thinking-
so
I
because
would-
he's probably like this all the time. Like that's
Yeah.
what it's like to interact with someone with Tourette's like that bad. It's
Right.
like nonstop.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's brutal.
Let's see.
What if it turns out he was faking like the Nexium guy?
We'll have to do
You
something.
never know.
Well, according to Jamie Lee Foxx, he's faking it.
Right.
Jamie Lee Foxx,
I don't know. Jamie Foxx? Who's Jamie Lee Foxx? I don't
Jamie
know.
Lee Curtis.
Him and Jamie Lee Curtis's son.
I don't know. Look it up.
So here's my hot take on this as someone with Tourette's.
We haven't gotten your take yet?
No.
We've been talking about it for like an hour.
While I do not believe, I know the guy can't control it, and I don't believe he's not. This isn't like racially motivated or anything. if you have a verbal tick like that, you gotta bring something to like cover your mouth or something. Like because you know you're going to be screaming shit out, right, tomorrow? Like I know people go in the theater, and if they have like really severe Tourette's, like you have to bring a freaking pillow or something to scream into.
But wouldn't the Tourette's not allow you to use your hands?
That's not how it works.
Not allow you to use your hands.
Yeah,
what love?
Well, like if your body wants to say it, will you?
I'm not a
be able
zombie.
to Stop yourself.
Yes.
No, you can.
Okay,
No,
well,
you could.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you could. Yeah, I mean, I've had vocal tics, not like saying actual words, but
Well, I think it's more of like it's not conscious. Like they're not thinking
That's not how
about.
it works. At least not for me and any other person with
Yeah,
Tourette's
like
I've
you're
talked
not.
to.
They want to be able to think about grabbing something and covering their mouth.
Yeah, but
ahead
that's
of
not
time.
how
That's what
it
I was
works.
thinking too.
At least as far as I understand it, and everyone with Tourette's I've talked to, that's not how it works. You can control it. It's like an itch that.
Yeah.
It's like an incredibly, an itch that gets worse and worse and worse. That's what it is. And you control when you like itch it, right?
and I think also, you know, an event like that, at least for me, I would be so stressed, and I would have appreciated the announcement, but I think it's really it's not something you can just control. But I will say, I was saying to Ethan before the show, and Ethan mentioned it earlier, I also don't have Tourette's that bad where I am saying words, and I do feel like it's a whole other level, and I just really feel for people that have it that bad, and ultimately, I just think it's disgusting of the BBC and BAFTA to do that to him and send so much hate his way.
They fucked
When
everyone.
they went out of their way to be like, hey, we want you here, we're gonna do this announcement, and then to just kind of screw him over and make him look, you know.
Absolutely horrible, like honestly. But again, I don't have Tourette's like that, so I don't understand if somehow it's that different that it's involuntary, but it's not for me. And I've only ever heard people describe it like an itch that you scratch. And that's part of what makes the Tourette's so fucking annoying is that you are doing it. Mm-hmm. If it was just like your muscles spasming that you had no control over, I feel like that'd be less annoying almost.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like you're doing it to yourself, you know? So I'm speaking out of turn, right? Because I don't know what his experience is like, but I would definitely bring a fucking pillow or something, you know, and scream into the fucking pillow.
I mean, there's a logic to that. Like if if you're going somewhere where you're expecting to involuntarily be shouting slurs,
there was
you might
100%
wanna
chance that guy
take
knew he was going to
precautions.
scream like a racial slur that night.
Yeah, he probably knew there was a chance.
Especially when they're like set him up for it.
Yeah, but I don't know about the whole bring a pillow thing.
Chat
Can't you cover
suggested
your mouth?
shock
I don't know.
collar.
I mean,
A shock collar. Interesting.
what have you? Do you? I mean, you've done things to alleviate.
Well, you can
tics.
hide tics. Like, for example, I had this one where I roll my eyes back, so I close my eyes or rub my eyes or something to cover it.
Yeah, I guess yeah, totally. I mean, I guess I have also done similar things to kind of cover up tics.
You can delay a tic. If you're like, oh, I have to do it.
Yes.
I feel it. He could do it.
He could have.
Again-
Who knows where he was sitting?
I've watched these documentaries where they're like insane verbal tics, and it's almost like full body. They like even like to yell it out. Like
Yeah, but they controlling
accentuates.
it. That's part of the tic. It's the muscle movement, like the feeling of the muscle movement.
Yeah.
They control themselves. It's not involuntary. Again, if I have Tourette's, if I have what he has, that's the way that I understand it.
No, I don't know. I feel like if he's been invited there, and he probably wouldn't have gone on his own on his own. He wouldn't have decided to go unless they we're gonna give this disclaimer. We're gonna do
for
this,
sure.
this, and this, and that.
No, for
So I
sure. The
feel
guy
like-
definitely didn't go there.
You know
trying
what?
to-
He probably
I bet he
wouldn't have.
never. Sorry, love. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
He would probably never have gone. Is my point.
Yeah, he never would
I
have gone
agree.
if he
They
thought
must
it
have
was just going to be
insisted,
live,
yeah.
that they weren't going to get. I don't think he ever would have gone.
They insisted he be there. I feel like it had to be. You know. But that's just my 2 cents.
I feel like people like the Nexium guy actually did quite a lot of damage to the perception because he kind of added to this idea that people are just using it to say things.
I mean, that's been kind of a long running gag for a while, though.
people like Jamie Foxx,
but
though,
he
that
actually
is
did
really
it.
bad. What?
He actually did it.
Right.
He took it all the way, baby.
Right, and that he like proved the joke real.
It is a thing, though. Like, it is a thing that people with severe Tourette's screaming out obscenities and racial slurs because that's part of the tic. That is a real thing.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying of people thinking that they're just using it as an excuse to do it. Because
I think people would think that regardless.
I guess so. But the problem is the Nexium guy actually did do that. So
yeah, but no. Listen, that guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
The dude did it just to get on the local news and call a black dude an N-word. Like, what'd you even get out of that, bro? What?
No, I just say Jamie Foxx leaving comments like that is really damaging.
Fucked.
Like, that's really.
He has more. You got to.
And all those likes and people, if I'm someone and I don't really know anything about Tourette's and I see Jamie Foxx is confident enough to comment
he meant that shit. That to me is fucked.
I might think. I don't know. I also do want to say though, I think maybe it's part of his tic. I think maybe the fact that it was silent in that moment, that could have been part of like a trigger for his tic. So I don't know. I don't want to say, I just think it's just all in the BBC.
This was a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was 100% chance this guy was going to scream something horrible. Probably the worst thing he could think of, which is the N-word to a couple of black dudes on stage. That was certainly going to happen.
Maybe
everybody knew it. He knew it. The production knew it. They thought it was like some
I don't think Michael B. Jordan knew it. Just based off.
No, they didn't know it. Not every.
They did not.
I take it back. Not every single person.
I guess like hindsight is 20/20, but maybe next time they can just give him his own like private green room.
Yeah,
oh my! He doesn't want to go into his private green room. If I show up like here's the little room for the Tourette's people. Are you kidding?
They put us with the smokers.
Then imagine we went to an event and they had a separate room for us.
Well, yeah, that'd be insulting and weird. But I don't. I don't scream slur.
He would have appreciated it.
Yeah,
maybe
that
he would
almost
have.
Seems like an
They should have talked about it.
Case.
I'd like to know about the behind-the-scenes planning.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be really interested to hear how that.
But clearly, they're trying to do some like ultra woke, like progressive, like this is the disability and all of its rawness.
You think that's what it is?
Definitely.
You don't think that? Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't understand why else they kept it in.
Yeah, hold on. You were saying the opposite earlier, that you just thought the BBC was just doing it for attention.
I think they rationalized it with that way. I don't know. I think there was some rationalization that's like, I'm woking myself into
it definitely.
an early grave.
You know the meme with the guy with the two red buttons and he's sweating. It's like he saw ableism and racism.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't know.
Then he clicked both.
He's like, how can I do both? Yeah.
Somehow they hit both. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, he made it worse for everybody. He, she, whatever, who, they. I don't know who did it.
Like, I think if he hadn't been invited and they hadn't made an announcement, he just showed up somehow, he was there, had Tourette's, and was doing that, I would be like, okay, that's problematic, my guy. You should know better than to show up if you, like, but this situation, he was invited there, and yeah, I just feel bad for him.
They bought him there for a very specific reason. His movie was in there, and they wanted to be like, "No, you get to come.
Yeah.
Or you don't get to. We're not going to exclude you." But it's obvious that knowing that was going to happen, the obvious answer would be cut it.
Yeah,
cut it. And also, again, because Avery just reminded me of the fact that the BAFTAs didn't check in with the two dudes to just be like, I'm really sorry that happened. Like.
That's
just
crazy.
Lack of common courtesy, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So those guys must have been absolutely bewildered when they came off stage. Did I imagine that? Everybody's like normal.
The two of them when they got off stage.
Like, did you guys hear someone scream the N-word?
Fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, God.